Alright, so today we're going to be running through Mass Effect 1. I'm going to be real with you, I don't actually know if there's going to be any import for this game at all from previous playthroughs. I actually like this. Like, this is a fun little sequence that you don't see as much in games. Like obviously it's a waste of time because it's going to ask for you to make your character anyway.
Please log in to access your profile.
Sure, let's go with the generic Jane. Doesn't really come up nice. But like, obviously this little sequence is like...
Warning, data corruption detected.
They did update it, it's pretty cool.
Profile.
Obviously this little sequence is kind of pointless, but I do actually like it, it's kind of cool. Who are we going for? Are we going for Renegade or Paragon? Because what is it? It's like... I'm gonna go Paragon. There's... Like, the problem is trying to do Renegade is like, as soon as you get to 3, it's actually kind of awkward. F it, we'll do... Or just kind of a neutral. Do we do Earthborn? Because there is a sizable bonus to various stats. To your Paragon or Renegade by which your starting position choose. Which is like... Yeah, it's not language. Like, Spacer has a sizable buff to your Paragon, Earthborn has a sizable buff to your Renegade, Colonist is relatively neutral. So if you want to get better conversation options early, you ideally want to go with Spacer or Earthborn, but they do have some unique dialogue and even like a unique side quest for each of them. Not a huge side quest, granted. Do we just go Renegade?
Confirm psychological profile.
And this is basically the same way. There is flavor text, there is unique, like, missions for it. However, at the end of the day, like, the biggest thing for these is Soul Survivor has the highest Paragon, Ruthless has the highest Renegade, War Hero is functionally neutral. So we're gonna go Ruthless.
Military specialization.
And of course, everybody chose Vanguard. I think I played through Vanguard exactly once, and it wasn't on a very high difficulty, so this should be interesting.
Facial identification. Profile reconstruction complete.
Sure.
Identification
that's fine.
confirmed.
Combat difficulty: normal, veteran, hardcore. Not insanity. I'm not doing insanity. I'm not doing insanity because people chose Garrus as my squad mate, and I'm gonna kill myself after do Garrus on insanity. Auto level up off, yes. Level scaling, sure. Something else. What is squad power usage? None defensive to protect themselves or others. All use off cooldown. Or is use off cooldown better than defensive? I think defensive is the best just because I want biotics autosave on. Hopefully the autosave works in this game. The original Mass Effect, the autosave was an absolute train wreck. Like, you get warped back to like an hour ago because you run over a puddle on the ground.
Well, what about Shepard? Earthborn, but no record of her family.
Doesn't have one. She was raised on the streets, learned to look out for herself.
Audio quality has been cleaned up a lot.
She got most of her unit killed on Torfin.
She gets the job done, no matter what the cost.
Is that the kind of person we want protecting the galaxy?
That's the only kind of person who can protect the galaxy.
I'll make the call.
Yeah, we're gonna go Renegade, even though Renegade is actually difficult in 3. Like, you're a real jackass if you Renegade in 3, like straight up genocide. Renegade in fun is when what number 1 is actually fun. Renegade in 2 is also fun. Renegade in 3 is actually kind of harsh. But, like, scrolling through Vanguard. So one of our squad members is going to be Garrus. The other squad member, if it's not selected by a mission, I will do it random. This should be entertaining, because I'm probably going to get Garrus and Tali for, like, every mission that sucks, and that is the worst possible combination of party members.
Initiating transmission sequence.
If you've never played Garrus Tali, it is awful. On Insanity difficulty, it's almost unplayable. Unless you are playing a really good class.
The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector. All stations.
It's kind of funny, because it does... You can tell it's the same game, but they have cleaned it up a lot. Especially the audio. There's a few moments that I hope they fix the audio on, because they were kind of crap in the original.
Board is green. Approach run has begun.
I'm also going to be not generally skipping dialogue this time, which I would do on like... This is like a million playthroughs so I probably could, but... Just because this is a remaster. The audio difference is like night and day.
Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged.
I'm like wondering what they actually did with the audio files.
Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment, so you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead, so that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone
It's
to
like,
keep
call
an
me
eye
paranoid.
on
You're
the
paranoid. Love it.
Yeah, that is the official
I always
story.
like that line.
Only an idiot believes the official story.
That's enough. Your soldiers act like it.
Sorry, Commander.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance by reaching Prime.
Aye,
These
Captain.
UIs look like they'd be
Better brace
annoying to use
yourselves. I
IRL.
think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard
Transparent
to meet me in
orange
the comm room for a debriefing.
with a like gray background.
You get
Like
that,
that would be
Commander?
fun to use in real life.
Great. You pissed the captain off, and now I'm gonna pay for it.
Don't blame me. The Captain's always in a bad mood.
Only when he's talking.
Yeah, they did. God, they did clean up the audio a lot because I remember the sequence looked a lot more awkward. Or it sounded a lot more awkward in the original. Oh god, you can still draw your gun. What was the? Oh, that's the grenade button.
Fire in the hole!
No, that's the grenade button. Hey, they have a dedicated melee button. Cool. Was it this one? Yeah, there they go. All right, we have a grenade live on the Normandy Bridge. Seems reasonable.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd
Seems
about
like we did a
this mission.
conversation at
The whole
10
crew
It's
feels
great.
it.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run?
Turian
It
Spectre.
doesn't add up.
Why would you send a
You don't
Turian?
trust Nihilus.
I don't like Turians in general. It runs in my family. My grandfather
Yeah, I don't
fought
like
in the
'em
First
either.
Contact War.
Kinda dicks.
Lost a lot of friends when the Turians hit us.
Nihilus is no ordinary Turian.
You've got that right, Commander. We're an Alliance vessel, human military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the Spectres operate outside the normal chain of command. And they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some heavy action. I don't like it.
Ta-da.
What do you know about the stealth systems?
I just know it masks our location from scans and sensors. Cutting-edge technology. The Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper, less chance of security leaks too. Plus there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is just a cover.
Just do your job.
A
No.
full crew makes sense. We need the extra hands in case anything goes wrong. And the Spectre's just here as an observer.
Well, maybe you're right, Commander, but I just can't shake this feeling that we're out here on false pretenses.
Do you have a problem with the captain?
No, man. But I can't figure out what he's doing here. Captain Anderson is one of the most decorated Special Forces officers in the service. If he melted down all his medals, he could make a life-size statue of himself. You don't send a soldier like that.
Oh, that's hyperbole.
Mission. He's treating this shakedown run too seriously. Something big is going on.
Just do your job.
Info's on a need-to-know basis, Presley. Just follow the orders you're given.
Understood, Commander.
Why are you throwing grenades around the bridge, Shepard?
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
Marines are meant to fight. You just fix us up and we're done.
I know how things work, Commander. I've seen my share of combat.
Renegade Shepard
It's
is a
foolish to go
massive dick in this version.
You could both take a lesson from the captain. He's not afraid of combat.
Like, I feel like
He knows the
anybody
value
that
of
started with
restraint,
2
too.
Sorry,
doesn't
Doc,
realize
this
like
waiting's
how
killing
much
me.
of a dick
I've never been on a
Shepard
mission like this
originally
before, not one
was.
with a Spectre on board.
It's just another mission.
What can you tell me
Nihilus.
about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I heard Nihilus once took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself. Man, I can't believe I'm on a mission with an act.
You know about the Spectres?
Only what I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're an organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protect it at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
How do you control agents with unlimited power?
I suppose the Council could revoke the Spectre status of an agent who got out of hand. At that point, Citadel Security Services would take over.
Those
Ominous
C-Sec
foreshadowing.
grunts wouldn't stand a chance. Spectres were 20 ordinary. Spectres police themselves. An agent goes rogue, they send another agent to take him down. That's Spectre justice.
The Corporal's
Spectre
confusing
justice.
romantic
There's so much
legends with
foreshadowing.
reality, Commander.
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But as I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander.
So I kind of like the
Eden Prime's one of our
rope-a-dope
most
with
stable
Jenkins.
colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's got to be something
Because-
else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound
kind of
up.
talk
Can't
to
wait
him
for the
and
real
get-
mission to start.
Do
You
your
kind of
job on my
information,
orders and there won't be any
like
problem.
he's like a
Easy
real
for you to
squad
say.
member,
You
essentially.
proved yourself on Torfin. Everybody knows.
Anybody
what
who's
you
played
can
Mass Effect 1
do.
knows
This is my
why
big
that's...
chance. I need to show.
Personal glory, Corporal. We have a job to do. Don't do anything stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, ma'am. I'm not gonna screw this.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander. Yes, Commander, is there something you need?
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
Oh, Mass Effect 1. How is the captain not already here? This is like the weirdest part of this game.
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
The captain said he'd meet me here.
He's on his way. I'm interested in this world we're going to, Eden Prime. I
Like,
find it's
legit,
quite
how are you here at Anderson?
I'm a Marine, not some tourist on vacation.
It's more, isn't it, Shepard? Eden Prime is a symbol of your people. A perfect little world on the edges of your territory. Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it really?
Are you trying to scare me, Spectre?
Your people are still newcomers. It can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for the...
So
I
allegedly
think
you
it's
can
about
max
time we
level
told
in
the
one
commander what's
playthrough this
really
time.
going
The mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
I already
Yeah, shut
figured
up,
that
bitch.
out.
I got that.
We're making a covert pickup.
I'm not
of Eden
stupid.
Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
I don't arc, Captain.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis.
The one had
Research
awesome
a
music.
kind of beacon during an excavation.
Like, the ambient music is great.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their
How are
legacy
you an
still
archaeologist? I
remains.
thought you were a
The
soldier.
mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. It could affect every species in Council space.
Why didn't we keep
Why
the
did we
beacon
tell
for
her?
ourselves?
Should have kept
You
it for
humans don't
ourselves,
have the best
obviously.
reputation. Some species see you as selfish, too unpredictable, too independent, even dangerous.
Sharing that beacon will improve relations with the Council. Plus, we need their scientific
Will it?
expertise.
Will it really?
They know more about the Protheans than we do.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm...
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
Since when do we answer to the Spectres?
You're smart enough to know how things work, Commander. The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
I was impressed when I studied the reports from Torfin. A grim business. Job done. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Human and the Spectres.
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We
Well,
are
they
an
didn't
elite group.
completely change the
It's rare to
animation,
find an
but they did
individual with the skills
clean them up as
I
idle
don't care that
animations a
you're
fair
human,
bit.
Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
I don't like people making decisions about my future.
This isn't about you, Shepard. Humanity needs this. We're counting on you.
Play an absolute
I need to see your
sociopath.
skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first.
Because
of
that's how you
several
play
missions.
Mass Effect.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
What do you know about the Protheans?
Just what they taught us in school. They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished.
What do you know about the Protheans?
Nobody really knows how or why. Though
What
I
do you
think
know about the Normandy? I don't know why I'm
Everyone
asking
agrees
questions like this.
galactic
This
civilization
is not a normal
wouldn't exist
conversation to
without
have.
They're the heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
Why is this beacon so important?
That's what it'll be
All
known
advanced
for.
galactic
Not
civilization
something
is
else.
based on Prothean technology, even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Like who?
The Attican
Who are the
Traverse
wrong
isn't
hands?
the most stable
Question mark.
sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border
Are
of the
they-
Terminus systems.
Will they really, though? Who the hell are
The
the
Attican
Terminus
Traverse is
systems?
under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
The last thing the Council wants is to get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
down!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, we can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need...
Like, I know you have to make Ashley stand out, but having her have the white and red armor just seems a little, I don't know, weird.
There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5.
It's like all the other Marines have the same armor. Like, armor that is uniform.
Status report. 17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and get us in the cargo hold.
So we're not going to be shooting people? No, you're going to be shooting
Tell
people all
Alenko
the
and
time.
Jenkins to suit up, Commander.
We're drawing a lot of attention. Tell Jenkins to shoot up. No way he could possibly die. Basically impossible.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you're coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
I don't like putting my life in the hands of a Turian, sir.
Not on our side.
The commander is so racist. Shepard is so racist in Mass Effect 1.
Ready and able, sir.
The mission's yours.
It's like I said, like if you've only ever played 2 and 3, you probably don't understand how racist
We
Shepard
are
is.
approaching drop point 2.
Oh, hey, this actually looks a lot better.
Ship perimeter secure, Commander.
Let's see, do we have squad? Right. Hey, let's see your team's talents. Oh god. So this is what I like, is the commit to the gig from BioWare. Of like, oh yeah, I can spend points on Jenkins. That'll totally matter. Nothing could possibly go wrong with that. Like, committing to the gig is really great there. We have throw, we have warp, we have lift. We should also have... Which one is Adrenaline Rush? Is it assault training? Yes. Okay. Wait, we have to go to pistols to get shotguns? Oh, that's so annoying. Alright, so the reason why we want assault training is because I want Adrenaline Burst. Resets the cooldown on all your talents so they can be used immediately. Like... Pretty crazy when you have throw and lift available. Warp is meh, but like just instantly resetting physics powers is incredibly powerful. Vanguard, biotic protection, and pistol and shotgun damage. Those are basically irrelevant. So until we get our spec class, this is probably something we're not really gonna invest in all that much. Charm, we're not gonna invest dick in. Intimidate, we're not gonna invest dick in. You can also see by the Renegade bar, we get a sizable bonus for going like full Renegade, like right off the bat. So like some options are just not available. Decryption. Yeah, you have decryption, you have throw. I guess we get decryption? Sure. Not very much to do. What does Sentinel do? Recharge of tech, recharge of biotics. Sure. Damage and accuracy with pistols, hell yeah. Equipment. Can you do this too? Yes. Richard L. Jenkins. Is there a helmet button? This sword. There used to be a button to like turn helmets on or off. That might be like another option menu. But you can actually equip him with different weapons if you have them. Normally you need like a new game plus to do that. And of course you don't have any equipment yet. But like, yeah, you can. So that's the crazy part about Jenkins is like, obviously he has. Oh yeah, we should probably spend more points. Let's go throw so we can get the lift. Anyway, but that is the crazy part about Jenkins is you're like, It's Richard Jenkins. Obviously, he's a member of your crew and not instantly gonna die because he has all of these attributes. Oh, this is just a copy-paste of Shepard, or Ashley, I think. He has all of these attributes you can spend points in, and then if you go to the equipment screen, you're like, you can actually equip him with stuff, but you don't have anything to equip now. But, like, he's totally a member of the squad. There's like a 0% chance he's just gonna instantly die in the first, like, 5 minutes of this game. Oh, God. I can't believe we have to go through pistols to get shotguns. This is so terrible.
What the hell are those?
Gas bags. Don't worry, they're harmless.
Oh, wow. They changed the firing sound a lot. Yeah, you can't destroy these gas bags. This is like one of 2 examples of like native font Mass Effect 1 game. I assume it's like time and budget. Your sprint isn't quite as ridiculous. Yeah, here's the squad weapon select. We technically have training on everything now because they kind of changed that. It doesn't really matter that much. Having training doesn't really matter all that much. I don't know, we can equip a shotgun. Or does tapping it just auto switch between them? Yes, that's what we want. Pistols are actually decent. They changed some parts of the UI, like shield and health. Alright, let's get ready. First combat encounter. Literally haven't fired a shot at an enemy yet. So use those awesome tactics. Jenkins, why don't you move forward? Definitely not die. Damn it, Jenkins! I said definitely not die. Faster. They definitely somewhat.
Area secured.
Do you still? Yeah, you still have to. Yeah, there isn't like a dedicated take cover button. You still have to like run into a wall to take cover on it. Oh god. Oh god, this is gonna annoy me so much. Yeah, the cover system in this game was, to put it charity. Graphics are way better though. UI is also a lot cleaner.
Shields. You're at a chance.
Leave him. We need to finish the mission.
Need to finish the mission. Rip right through shields. Never stood a chance. Then why did we stand a chance? They didn't do anything to us. Oh my god. I completely forgot. So if you look at Kaidan's health bar, you'll notice it's not regenerating. And the reason it's not regenerating is because this game, you don't have automatic health regen.
I've got some burned out buildings here, Shepard.
Yeah, and this is why Garrus is gonna be fucking annoying.
Check it out. I'll try to catch up with you.
I don't like cussing right away, but like, this is why Garrus is gonna be a pain in the ass. Oh my god. Attack your target, regroup, okay. You don't really need to use these commands most of the time. The only time I ever use commands is when I'm telling Ashley to go play in traffic. Because Ashley does have a lot of hit points. And she also has a lot of armor. Gunplay has been dramatically improved from the original game. We'll say that much for sure. We got some Metagel fatigue. Yeah, because we were running too much. The original game was bad about telling you a lot of stuff. But yeah, I can't get over like how great it is to commit to the gig of Jenkins, like even watching the game this late. Because you could have easily done like half the effort and just not had him in any of those menus. Because if somebody didn't pull up the menu right then, they won't even notice. But like, they actually added him as like a full squad member, even though he could have just been like a useless supporting NPC. And you could even give him weapons and stuff. Oh god. Is that actual fire? I can't remember. This game does have fire. Throw! Haha! Oh hey, that throw actually killed him. Sexy. What?
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, ma'am?
We're on a mission. Go away.
I need a status report, now.
We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
Shepard is such a
You just
dick.
left the rest of your unit behind to die?
Like, whole
We
unit's
held our
dead. It's
position
like,
as
you
long as we
bastard.
could. The
You
Geth
abandoned them.
overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 2 years. Why are they here now?
Just endlessly amuses me how much of a dick Shepard
They
is
must
in
have
this
come
game.
for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
Lieutenant Alenko and I will take care of this.
Let me come with you, ma'am. The Geth slaughtered my unit. Give me a chance to get even.
She knows the area, Commander, and we could use the extra firepower.
Fine.
Just don't forget who's in charge.
Understood, Commander. You give the orders and I'll follow them.
What else do you know about the Geth?
We need to get moving.
Just what I remember
Tell
from
me
history
everything
class
about
back in
everything
school.
in the world.
They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of
Why
cheap
just says
labor,
a few
but
centuries
ended up
ago?
turning on the Quarians and
Like, you
drove
would
them into
remember
exile.
that shit. No, you wouldn't.
Well, after that, they just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
Have you seen a Turian Spectre around here?
Like, imagine
There
if
aren't
you were
any
just
Turian.
like, what do you know about
Not
the
sure
Tripoli
I'd be able to
pirates?
tell
It's
if
like,
one was a
you know,
Spectre
anything
anyway.
about the
If
Tripoli
you saw
pirates.
this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
Sorry. Like I said, no Turians.
What do you know about the War of 1812?
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony.
Well, obviously, I know
Weeks ago,
everything
they
about the
unearthed
War of
some Prothean
1812.
ruins,
Like,
and
no, you
the
don't.
beacon.
That was like
Suddenly,
200 years
every
ago.
scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights
It's a
ago from the
weird
main
eye
colony
movement.
to secure the area. Seemed
It's
like,
like
a routine
eyes
patrol
go wide all of a
until the
sudden.
Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
Alright, so let's move. Hold a assault rifle. You can totally use that, right, Shepard? We go to the squad screen, templates, okay. Won't really care that much. Oh, very good. Radioactive and phasic rounds. Light armor Scorpion. Okay, let's go to equipment. We're definitely taking Scorpion for us. Because Scorpion is just better than our crappy default armor. Sword, Marcus junk, upgrades. This UI is awful. It's probably actually equipment upgrade for this. He says, as both of these are trash. Oh yeah, you can't just exit out. You have to select empty. It's so dumb. Where's the helmet on? Motion blur, F motion blur, film grain. Why are those on? Why would those ever be on? Gameplay. Is there no option to turn off helmets? Weird. Photo mode. Interesting. Okay, so we want to get Ashley adrenaline burst, immunity, and we want to get her into heavy armor. Because we want her to be unkillable, although she's not going to be like a permanent squad member. As much as Garrus will be, and I'm not excited about that. He is really bad. And Caden still hasn't regened any of his hit points. Because you don't regen in this game naturally. This is such a clunky process. Alright. Oh, you can't take cover on that. That's not a dedicated piece of cover. I do like how they changed a lot of the firing sound. Oh, you still don't see any enemy hull parts. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. This game doesn't have a reload. I don't know where that grenade went. This game does have friendly fire, by the way. Or at least it did. Oh. Your melee attacks in this game, by the way, nobody uses them, but they are incredibly powerful.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have
Like,
been moved.
They have a lot of kinetic force. You can
Hard to
easily
say.
knock down most
Maybe
like generic
we'll know more
enemies.
after we check out the research camp.
Yeah.
Let's get moving. Williams, where's the camp?
It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
You can also level up mid-combat in this game, which is bizarre.
Change of plans, Shepard.
Like,
There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to
I'm
check it out.
pretty sure they kept that feature, and I'm not sure why. Shit, we got a shotgun and hammer. Okay. Oh man, tedious micromanaging. That's what I always wanted. Okay. What are the upgrades to? Oh my god, we don't even have. Oh, kill me. This is the worst texture. I hate the way everything is sequenced here. I hate every part of it. Yeah, resets code on squad channels. Immediately. That's. I think it changes recharge time, right? Yeah. It doesn't change accuracy cost. 45 seconds to instantly reset all cooldowns. Seems fine. Vanguard is completely useless though until we get a spec class probably. We need so many useless powers. Let's go with Intimidate. We need so many useless powers before we get good ones. I did not realize that. Maybe I just blocked it out. Welcome to the support character school. Your job is to be a support character. Your job is to not die. Ever. Oh, assault training. We need to... It's kind of funny because you need to... Wait, doesn't Soldier give you regen? Yes, and it gives you more health. That's... Alright, we do want combat armor, but like, shield boost is useless just because it gives us extra damage protection. And eventually it gives us the ability to equip heavy armor, but it's not urgent. Equipment. Hurricane shotgun. Heatsink capacity, accuracy. We don't really care about either of those because it's a shotgun. We got a sniper rifle. Great. Sniper rifle, most useless weapons in the hands of an NPC. NPCs cannot do anything. Why am I on sniper? Why am I on sniper? Give me on shotgun. Alright.
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
And minimap, useful as ever. Are the husks like just as spastic as they were in the original ME1, or did they actually modify any of that?
What did the Geth do to them?
Like, I'm guessing they're just these spastic run up and explode. They were in the original ME1. Okay. I think they may have nerfed weapon force because we are not knocking these things. I did not mean to crouch there, I meant to melee attack. But like, the melee attack's like instant knockover essentially. I have no idea if this fire actually does anything. Because I believe in the original Mass Effect 1 it didn't. Like fire... Or, no, there were random parts of the map where fire did something. Oh man. This is gonna annoy me so much, isn't it? Like, I'm just looking at Caden's health bar that's not moving, and I'm like, oh, Christ.
Humans. Thank the Maker. Hurry, close the door.
Technically, the husks are humans.
How did you end up in this shed?
We hid here during the attack. Come here for the beacon. Luckily, it wasn't here. It was moved to the spaceport earlier this
Husks
morning.
are still technically
Manuel
human.
and I stayed behind.
Feels
to pack up the
racist.
camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved.
That sounds like a mistake,
The age
then.
of humanity is ended. Soon, when corpses will remain.
What
Shut
else can you
up.
tell me about the attack?
It all happened so fast. 1 second we were equipment, the next we were hiding in the shed while the Geth swarmed over the camp.
Agents of the destroyers, bringers of darkness, heralds of our extinction.
We could hear the battle outside. Gunfire, screams. I thought it would never end. Then everything went quiet. We just sat there, too afraid to move, until you came along.
Did you notice a Turian in the area?
I saw him.
It does look like they changed shotguns, like they, I don't know, reduced weapon force. Because like shotguns in the original game, especially against lighter enemies, would almost always knock them down.
I'm sorry, Manuel's still a bit unsettled. We haven't seen your Turian. We've been hiding in here since the attack.
Can you tell me anything about the beacon?
It's some type of data module from a
They,
galaxy-wide
like,
communications network.
normally hitting a husk at
Remarkably
point
well
blank
preserved.
range
It
would
could
actually
the
be a kill
greatest
shot.
scientific discovery of our lifetime.
Would not
Miraculous
necessarily be a
new
kill shot, but like
technologies,
would at least
groundbreaking
cause them to
advances.
fall over.
Who knows what
And
secrets
that
are
was
locked
not what
inside.
happened there.
We have unearthed the heart of evil.
Unfortunate. But we do have lift
Awake the
throw.
beast.
We're working towards adrenaline burst. We should at least be
Manuel,
vaguely
please.
useful,
This isn't
unlike
the time.
Garrus. Oh.
Can you tell me anything about the beacon?
It's some type of data module from a galaxy-wide communications
It's a remarkably calm
Remarkably
explanation
well-preserved.
considering all the
It
death
could be
going
the
on around them.
greatest scientific discovery of our lifetime. Miraculous new technologies, groundbreaking medical advances.
I know you just
Who
heard a
knows
bunch
what
of
secrets are
gunfire
locked
and
inside?
horrifying sounds outside,
unearthed the
but
heart
can you just like briefly
Awaken
explain
the
to me the
beast.
history of the world?
Unleashed the darkness.
Manuel, please. This isn't the time.
Oh man.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of
Fascinating.
meds after the attack.
Say goodnight, Manuel.
You cannot silence the truth. My voice must be heard.
My God! What did you do?
might have been
Still love it. No, it wasn't.
Can't just
Shut
go
up,
around whacking
Alenko.
people in the head?
Kiss
It was
my
only
ass.
a matter of time till he did something crazy and dangerous.
I suppose you're right.
It was a
By
little
the
bit
time he
much,
wakes up,
Commander.
the meds
Shut
will
up.
have kicked in.
What do you think,
Williams,
Ashley?
take us to the
I think
spaceport.
fuck him.
Good luck, Commander.
Thank you, Ashley. You got my back. Alright, shotgun. Where's the pistol? Wait, was there? Wait, where? It looked like there was something there. It might have been the door, though. They did change the sprinting. Oh, god. Damn it. That's not where that usually happens. Like, that usually happens a lot further up. I guess they changed the visual cue.
Nihilus.
Hey, buddy.
This
Looking a
isn't
little
your
weird
mission,
there.
Saren. What are you doing here?
The council thought you could use some help on this one.
Looked like he got banged by a toaster.
I wasn't expecting
okay?
to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
I love how nothing about Nihilus's appearance throws off or nothing about Saren's appearance throws off Nihilus. Oh my god. This is actually a really easy sequence with a sniper rifle. This is graphically way better than the original. It's pretty sexy. Okay. Alright. Oh, hey. Let's go open this crate in the middle of armor combat. It's like, I'm sorry, you can't save here. It's like, but I can, like, rifle through my equipment and change armor, right? Like, well, of course you can do that. Why wouldn't you be able to do that? I understand. It'd be crazy to not be able to do that. There you go. Have that. Oh, Explorer armor. We actually want that. We actually do want Explorer armor. Sounds dumb. Didn't pick up an assault rifle. Okay. Assault rifles. I have no idea what's going on. Alright. This is the best aiming circle ever. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Power, power, power. Oh fuck! That was not how I expected that to go. Alright, cool. Oh wow, that did less damage than I thought it would do. I thought that guy would be dead. Apparently he wasn't. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. That's not the weapon. Why is that the weapon it's switching to? I wanted the shotgun. Normally when you do that it switches to the last weapon. Now it just automatically switches to the next weapon in line. Oh, that is so annoying. So you have to use the wheel to select a specific weapon instead of just like having two of them. That is a downgrade in terms of annoyance. Let's decrypt this real quick. Should be fine.
Everybody stay calm out there. We're coming out, we're not armed.
Sounds like something a Geth would say.
Nobody moves a muscle until we know who you are.
Nice going, Cole. I told you we should have stayed hidden.
It's okay. We're all on the same side.
Stayed hidden, I would have shot you.
We've been hiding ever since that ship first showed up.
Oh really? I don't believe you.
Tell me everything you remember about the attack.
The three of us were working the crops when that ship showed up. We just saw it and ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
Know anything about the Prothean beacon they dug up?
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us.
Yeah, we're just farmers.
What
are you
else can you tell me
farming
about
at the
ship you
spaceport, man?
I was too busy running to get a clear look at it. I think it landed over near the spaceport.
Tell them about the noise, Cole. That awful noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like the shriek of the damned.
The shriek of the
Coming
damned.
from inside your own head.
It was probably trying to block communication.
Well, that technical explanation.
Whatever it was,
Because that's exactly what I would
tearing
think.
right through my skull. Almost made it impossible to think.
I have to go.
Hey, Cole,
I should
we're
go.
just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
If there's something you're not telling me.
The guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring. Nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
I love how like upfront he is about running a smuggling ring.
You greedy bastard. You weren't running for your life. You were running to check on your merchandise.
No,
That's what
not
I do
like
when I
that.
run a
just-
smuggling
I
ring.
just knew
Wait.
there were some packages here, something we could use. I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than we will.
A
I'm
pistol,
only gonna
yeah.
ask this once.
Look, bitch.
Think long and hard before you lie to me again. Are you sure all you've got is one lousy pistol?
No, wait. I just remembered. I just had it in my pocket. You might as well take that too. That's everything, really.
Who's your
I
contact at the
suspect.
spaceport, Cole?
I suspect a few of these lines were
He's not a
re-recorded
bad guy. I don't want to get him in trouble.
because, like, I'm not
Besides,
even
not a
sure.
snitch.
What? Shut up.
Would you rather be a snitch or a corpse?
Powell. His
Love
name's
it.
Powell.
No honor.
That's all I know, really.
Think about all I'd get murdered
Try to
by a
keep things
fucking
friendly from here
psychopath.
on in, okay?
Alright,
I have to go.
I should go. Weapon upgrade combat sensor. That is the best weapon upgrade. Wait, you can take damage from fire, but only in like specific parts of the map. But only specific fires, or at least previously.
It's Nihilus.
At least previously, you could only take damage from specific fires. Like, I know this one could actually hurt you. Which is kind of a dick move, because it has a upgrade kit on it. Alright. Hey, equipment. This menu system is not intuitive. Glad they kept this part. Phasic rounds are trash. Cooldown bonus. Armor piercing rounds are at least generally pretty good. At least there's no drawback to them. We can get a combat sensor and get level 1 detection. The definition of useless. Also, I like how you can't just back out, like you have to specifically select empty. There were definitely parts of this design that were not particularly good even at the time.
Over behind those crates.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
I like the way you hid behind those crates during the fight. Really helped us out. Thanks a lot.
Me? But I'm just a dock worker. I don't even have a weapon. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
What the hell are you talking about?
There were 2 Turians here. Your friend and another one he called Saren. I think they knew each other.
How do you know Saren's not my friend,
He let his
dick?
guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back.
How do you know either of them are my friends? Maybe I'm a racist asshole. Because that's Commander Shepard in Mass Effect 1.
We were told a Prothean beacon was brought to the spaceport. What happened to it?
It's over on the other platform. Probably where that guy Saren was headed. He hopped on the cargo train right after he killed your friend. I knew that beacon was in trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
Oh, I love this.
You're Cole's contact here on the docks for the smuggling ring.
He's poured out his life story about how he's running for his life, and you're like,
What does it matter now? So I'm a smuggler. Who cares? My supervisor's dead. The entire crew's dead. Doesn't matter now, does it?
Anything hidden nearby that we could use against the Geth?
A shipment of grenades came through last week. Nobody notices if a few small pieces go missing from the military orders.
You greedy son of a bitch. We're out here trying to protect your sorry ass, and all you can think about is how you can rip us off?
I never thought you'd actually need those grenades. Who'd want to attack Eden Prime? We're just a bunch of farmers. How was I supposed to know?
Hand over those grenades. Now.
they keep saying they're farmers, but they're also dock
days are over,
workers.
I swear.
Full of
Too
shit.
many people died here for you to start jerking me around.
Okay, all right.
I was just instantly drawing a gun on
Worth a
people.
fortune, experimental technology, top of the line. Take it. I don't need it. I didn't want anyone to get hurt.
obviously.
Really, I'm sorry.
Tell me about the Geth attack.
It was quick. 1 minute that ship was descending, the next, those Geth were swarming over the platform.
You're lying. Draw weapon.
They must have
Fire.
been inside that mothership. They shot anything that moved. It was a massacre.
How come you're the only one who survived? Why didn't anyone else try to hide behind the crates?
They never had a chance. I was already behind the crates when the attack started.
Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before the attack?
Sometimes I need an
I
nap
love
to get
this
through my
guy.
shift. I sneak off behind the crates to grab 40 winks where the supervisor
It's always
can't
like
find
my
me.
favorite part.
You survived because you're lazy?
You ditch work, then you cower back here and do nothing while the Geth butcher everyone else.
I don't even have a gun. What was I supposed to do? Run out there and die? I couldn't save them. Nobody could. It was horrible.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the beacon?
They brought it here this morning. We loaded it onto the train and shipped it to the other platform. Hard to believe that was only
Why
a
were you
few
already
hours ago.
hiding? Because I was ditching work?
Feels
Question
like
mark?
a whole other life.
Tell me about this mothership you saw.
I've never seen anything like it before. It was huge. Landed over near that platform. The whole place got dark as it came down. And it was making this noise, this sound that bored right into your brain. That's what woke
Was
me
it
up.
the shriek of the dam?
Attacked
Yeah,
me
the
2
shriek
minutes
of the
later.
dam. That was exactly what it was.
We need to find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the cargo train. That's where the other Turian went. I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
There we go. High X1. Top of the line. Probably experimental. Oh, Caden's at like half health and he's just sitting at that health number. It's so annoying. Yes, I am aware, game. These basic controls I am quite familiar with. Okay. Okay. Let's see how good we are with a sniper. I know in the original game you might as well just like pack it in. There is not a lot of sway, like at all. What the actual hell are you shooting at? Like, I see your pistol rounds, I don't see where the hell they're going. Shepard's combat sprinting speed is absolutely ridiculous in this game. For anybody who's never played it. Oh god. Oh hey. You know what? Let's just try. Let's see if warp is not completely useless. Warp was mostly useless in this game. A lot more useful in later installments. Oh, Kaiden's out, obviously. Pistols are... weapons in general are way more accurate than I remember them being. Oh, hey. That guy's like, what if I just shoot you? And I'm like, that is a plan you could enact. I have no idea how that missed. Targeting system is a little... Targeting system can be a little goofy at times. I have no idea. Cade's like, I'm at like 2 health. Of course you are. And none of your abilities help you regen. So annoying. They're only burning Metagel on him either. Gareth is the exact same way. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a joy.
Set the charges. Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
Roger, roger. Okay, what we got? Oh yeah, it's just... It's a great just static pose on the tram. Oh, sure hope I don't get shot.
Demolition charges. The Geth must have planted them.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down.
Hayden, can you get any type of health regen at all? In case you're wondering, yes, there is literally no health regen in this game. At all, unless you get an ability or an armor that has it. So Kaidan is just going to have no hit points forever. And you might think, oh, he's talking about, like, on the rest of his mission. No, I am not. It appears to do more damage. So it doesn't have any force, but it appears to do more damage. Interesting. Alright, that is not the best possible use of that. Oh, come on. Oh wow, I am almost out of hit points. Alright, cool. Took one. We're jammed! No! This is a mechanic that I am entirely glad that they got rid of. Also, yes, I have no health regen either because I haven't invested in a skill that has that. Oh god. There's Kaidan dead. Because the sniper love tapped him. Because that's how this game works. And we can literally just punch the sniper's teeth in. Because, again, in this game, you have obscenely powerful melee attacks. It reses at like 2 hit points again. Thanks, Caden. Medium armor Turian, that's super useful right now. I wonder if I'll get a Turian squad mate. Survivor. Oh, hey, we got shock absorbers. Does it tell you? Yeah, okay. Can withstand a wide variety of environmental extremes. So it kind of, sort of hints at it, but yeah. None of these armors are particularly good. Actually, that is pretty good damage protection. Oh yeah, that's Turian medium armor. That's why it's good damage protection. Alright. Good to equip an Avenger assault rifle. Say, there we go. Stinger pistol. That's a lot better. Upgrades. Phasic and radioactive. Awesome. I don't want that at all. What upgrades do we have for armor? What the hell is shock absorbers? Physics threshold, the best. Nothing can possibly match physics threshold for usefulness. Physics threshold really is like... let's get a shotgun. Alright, let's try directly targeting him. There we go. Does warp do anything to you? Kind of. This guy's still here. Wait, hold on. I just woke up. Oh god. Oh god, oh god, oh god. These controls are awful. And enemies will take cover in positions like that pretty frequently, where you can definitely see parts of them. And Caden has no hit points, and as you can see, he's not regenning. Oh, this is so good. Now we're fatigued. Awesome. Motorized joints. There is an armor upgrade that gives you minor regen, which is significantly better than the literal nothing you're stuck with. Baseline. It would be awesome if I could find one of those. Does fire hurt you? Oh, it's a level 3 hazard. Interesting. Does it do what Mass does? Liberator, Survivor. Alright, let's just for Survivor, and let's see. Do we still get level 3 hazard? We do still get level 3 hazard. So that was the goofy part about the original ME1 that looks like they changed. The hazard is based on medium armor unit. You have one person that can use it. Because the hazard in Mass Effect 1, even one person having the armor would actually remove the hazards entirely. But I guess they changed that a little for whatever reason. Or it might still work on actual hazardous planets, it's just the fire is a hazard. Might work differently. I don't specifically remember how fire worked in this game because there were almost 0 instances where you'd actually see it. Improved sighting and phasic rounds. That is all the things I want. Oh, micromanaging inventory. Strong risk of tedium. Nothing particularly interesting. Ashley, take the Avenger since you're better with assault rifles than I am. Alright. Yeah, man. Not having any health regen is pretty harsh. Hopefully it resets from mission to mission. Because I promise you, in the original Mass Effect, it did not reset from mission to mission. Like, if I launched the next mission, and I was in the original, Caden would spawn Normandy, with the basically sliver of HP he currently has. So hopefully health resets from mission to mission. Otherwise, this could get really tedious.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
That is such a weird throw. It's just like, grab by the way. That's exactly how I get people out of dangerous situations. But it looks like they removed basically all of the shotgun force. Yeah, this is like nothing carried over from the previous games. Or whatever it's pulling information from was not related to the previous games.
The Normandy.
Because I didn't get an option for a specialist ability at the start of the game.
They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
Why is the ship pulsing red all of a sudden? Like how chill Benezi is. She's like, whatever.
This human must
Are you done, nerd?
eliminated.
Doctor? Dr. Chakwas. I think she's waking up.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
Feeling fine, you know.
Like the morning after shore leave. How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the
15
beacon, I think.
hours.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to
Yeah.
push me out of the way.
It's because you're an
I
idiot.
expect better of you, Lieutenant. You endangered the entire mission.
Don't be so hard on him, Commander. We have no idea if that's what actually set it off. Unfortunately, we'll never
I
get the
choose to
chance
believe it because I don't like him.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. And the blast knocked you cold. Williams and I had to carry you back here to the ship.
I don't suppose it occurred to you that Eden Prime has medical facilities.
Listen, you're better off in this infirmary than in any hospital on Eden Prime.
Just be a dick to them after they saved you.
But I detected some unusual brain
Mass Effect 1
activity,
Shepard is just a
abnormal beta
complete dick.
waves. I also noticed an increase
Well,
in
if you go
neuropathic
Renegade
eye
there.
movement, signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death, destruction... Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
Did we leave Gunnery Chief Williams back on Eden Prime?
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
That's a
I
mistake.
don't want her on my ship.
Commander, and I want Williams on our crew.
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody could have predicted this.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I need to see you in private. Shepard just yells at him for like 10 minutes.
Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
The Council can kiss my ass. I won't let them blame me for losing the beacon. I didn't do anything wrong.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best, a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
Why?
Wait, he hates other species. Just perish the thought.
A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
They'll think I'm crazy.
We don't know what
I mean, yeah, they do
stored.
actually think you're crazy, so.
Lost Prothean technology?
Womp womp.
Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction? Whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
When have they ever done anything for humanity?
If we expose Saren as a traitor, the Council will revoke his Spectre status. I'll contact the ambassador and audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
So it takes like 15 hours apparently to go from Eden Prime to the Citadel. I have no idea what the relative distances in this galaxy are like for fast travel.
Glad to see you're okay.
Do we have our weapons locker? We do. So this is like a lesser known feature, but you do have Shepard's locker where you can just pick stuff up from it. And it will actually reset every so often. Although I'm not sure what the increment is. It's kind of weird. What's up, Ashley?
After what happened to Jenkins, the crew could use some good news. They'll be glad to hear you're okay.
Why are you
You're
here?
not assigned to this ship. Captain Anderson had me transferred to his command. Must have figured I knew what I was doing.
You have a problem with me, Chief?
You questioned my competence through the entire mission.
Best way to stop that is to show me you're competent. But I don't remember inviting you to come back to the ship with us.
I love it.
You didn't. Captain Anderson did.
I need to go speak with Joker.
Goodbye, Commander.
I should go. I should go. I should go. So we can theoretically go down to the cargo bay, I believe, right now, which would be weird. There's not a reason to do it. Is that a reflection? No, that's just like a weird effect on the door. What's up, Presley?
Glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough.
Just just walk up everywhere, click everything, get XP.
Get us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
Mass Effect 1 has great audio, just in general.
Well, size is
Like, the music is fantastic.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 14. 2-2.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into
What is
the
with these
Traverse.
orange holograms?
Demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Are those terminals specifically for the Council?
Just the ground team from Eden Prime. In case you had any question.
I always kind of wonder
the
that.
mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
Like, I've always wondered if, like, those orange holograms were, like, exclusively for meeting with the Council.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough.
That's
to
like a
jeopardize
weirdly
your
specific
candidacy
thing
for
to
the
just have in
Spectres.
the
mission on
ambassador's
Eden
quarters.
Prime was a chance to prove
Like,
you
yeah,
could
you
get
just
the
like
job done.
phone up the entire
Instead,
council at any time.
Nihilus ended
Seems
up
fine.
dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not hers.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing.
Oh, God.
Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top
There's a
level.
fight coming
Make
up
sure
that I
you have clearance
absolutely
to get
do
in.
not want to go through. It's specifically like, important locations. Oh, it's wrong button. Let's go to the map. Yay! This is not a very helpful map, if I'm being honest. Walk around the Citadel firing a shotgun. Seems fine. Detonating grenades on the Oh, thank God. Health does reset on missions now. I was actually kind of worried. Alright, full health. So, like, we're not gonna have to deal with that nonsense. So, yeah, like... like, for anybody just joining those, I was discussing earlier that health in the original Mass Effect never reset. So you could go to the Normandy, come back out on a completely different planet and mission, and you would still be at whatever craptacular health you left at. Which was really bad because the game also didn't have health regen standard for literally anyone.
Saren's hiding something.
Like, you had to invest in a bit. So at least we won't have to deal with that. But they didn't change the fact that armor doesn't or that health doesn't natively regen, which is going to be awful.
Who were you just talking to?
That was Executive
Still
Powell,
potentially be
head of
awful,
Citadel
but at least it's going to be
Security,
less
my
awful.
boss. He'll be presenting my for council.
Oh, hey. Yeah,
Sounds
you
like
blew
he
it.
came up empty.
Saren's a Spectre. Most of his activities are classified. Couldn't find anything solid. But I know he's up to something.
Commander Shepard is still a
Humans say,
dick.
I feel it in my gut.
I think the Council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
They definitely won't listen to me. Why the hell would they listen to me? You're an officer in CSEC. I'm just a random dipshit they sent on a mission. We don't believe the guy who was investigating this, but this random ass person, the graphics are definitely way better. We don't believe this random ass, we don't believe this actual CSEC officer who we sent to investigate. But we do actually kind of buy it coming from this random dipshit. So, we should be fine. Like, no, I don't think that's how that works.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre, and...
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard. The one who let the beacon get destroyed.
The one who let Dick
Shift the blame to cover your
surrounded
own
by
failures.
dicks.
Just like Captain Anderson. He's taught you well. But what can you expect from a human?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You can expect me to kill you the next time we meet.
Your species
Oh, man.
needs to learn its place, Shepard.
How good some of the threats were in the original.
You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
What do
has
you
no
expect?
right to say that.
I'm going to
That's
kill you.
not his
Oh, yeah.
decision.
Shepard's
Seems
admission into
reasonable.
the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose.
That was Saren, actually.
Counselor, and mine.
Like, dude's got a point. There really doesn't seem to be much of a point to this.
You can't hide behind the Council forever.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts
I'm
and
shocked,
evidence,
Turian.
not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
You've made your decision. I won't waste
I don't
my
know,
breath.
like, you had me at wild imaginings and reckless speculation. Out of energy after that.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth.
Ah, we had
Ambassador,
rock solid
the
evidence,
petition
though.
to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
This meeting is adjourned.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know
Wait,
Saren.
did it?
He's
I
working
thought it
with
was
the
the
Geth
fact
for
that we
one
had no
reason,
evidence.
to exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world even Earth isn't safe.
Like, it's funny because he's completely wrong about this.
We need to deal with Saren ourselves.
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
It really didn't, though.
He's a Turian. I don't want him on our side.
Not all Turians are like Saren. If he can help, we need... I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
Like, I'm pretty confident
I
he
need
totally
to take
can.
care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower
Even
section.
money, Udina's going to grab a prostitute.
I thought you said he was a drunken loser.
Couldn't hurt to go talk to him. Just be careful. I wouldn't call him reliable.
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience, no hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
So would I.
Sometimes 1,000 people must die so 1,000,000 can live.
But only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for
Just-
another option.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
He's twisted, broken.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
He likes the violence, the killing, but to cover his tracks.
Does he? So you know
I
how to
should
cover
go.
his tracks, I don't
Good
think
luck,
he'd be here.
I'll be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
I should go. I should go. What are you doing?
What? Oh, no, I wasn't. Never mind.
Just gonna nonchalantly stand next to the keeper.
Yes, is there something you want?
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
Keepers? I've got no interest in the...
Don't get coy. I know what I saw.
You're literally standing next to one, you
I'm not so
idiot.
sure I should be talking to you about this.
Just tell me what you're doing. I'm not here to get you into trouble.
I'm
All right.
totally here to get
I
you
guess
into
it wouldn't
trouble.
hurt to tell you. I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the Keepers. So far I've had mixed results. I find it difficult to get near the creatures.
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
Well, technically we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers. I don't really think my scanning disturbs them, but the authorities might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
I could help you out. I'm not worried about the authorities.
I don't even know who you
I don't
are.
know why she isn't worried about the authorities at this point. Like, it makes no sense.
I'm Commander Shepard with the Alliance military.
Well, I suppose I could use the help.
With the Alliance military, obviously I'm
It's
not
the
worried about
scanning
the
device I
authorities.
developed.
It's like,
Activated
you
each
can still
time
be
you see a
arrested
keeper.
at this point. You're not
All
a
collected
specter
data
yet.
will automatically upload to my database. I'll even send a few credits your way for each unique scan.
What are you doing with the data once you've scanned it?
Trying to learn whatever I can about the Keepers. We see them working everywhere, yet we know so little about them. I'm a scientist. I want to know what makes them tick.
I should
Or whatever.
Yes, I have much work myself. The scanning.
This is the fun part because it's trying to remember like where the hell they all are. Oh man, I remember this. So you still get fatigued, but you don't actually have the meter to see when you're fatigued, which is kind of weird. Don't run as fast. There it is. Scan. Yay. There's like 25 of those stupid things. I'm trying to remember where all of them are. Because like one or two of them, like one of them literally changes places, or at least it did in the original. Like not so much changes places, but the position where it's supposed to be in, it will randomly not be there for no discernible reason. Admiral Kahoku. So, there's an interesting background noise to the running animation. Like, I'm trying to figure out if that's like original game or if that's added. I think it's added. Scan. 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 Alright. Can we go to chorus done? Oh god. Chorus done. You spend a lot of time on the Citadel in this game. Compared to like later games where it's basically irrelevant. Like, you spend very little time on it in Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3. Yeah, you spend some time on it, but like, spend so much more in this game. I do not like this encounter at all. I feel like I'm gonna regret life. I'm about to regret this. Oh. Okay, let's... Oh, he's got a shotgun. Fuck. I was like, as soon as I realized he had his shotgun out, I was like, I'm about to die. Okay, so we need tactical armor. To be able to equip medium armor, we need Intimidate for various options. We need to start upgrading Throw. We get to the lift. We don't really need Vanguard for anything. God, that is the most useless thing I've ever seen. And Warp and Barrier are just kind of trash. Increases duration. How does that only increase duration? It's 8 damage per second and lowers target standard deflection by 60%. The damage on this is so minor. Do we go assault training or we go attack armor? Attack armor. Decryption. Yay. Do we go Sentinel? No, we go Throw. Throw gives us lift. Assault training. Unlocks fitness. We want to get combat armor up to the point where we can get heavy armor as well. Oh, there it is. There's the toggle helmet option. I forgot it's in this menu. Yeah, I legit thought I was dead as soon as I realized I got a.
Sorry, I'll get to you when I can.
Interesting.
Back off, Rex. Fist told us to take you down if you showed up. What are you waiting for? I'm standing right here. This is Fist's only chance. If he's smart, he'll take it. He's not coming out, Rex. End of story. This story is just beginning. Out of my way, humans. I have no quarrel with you.
What was that all about?
Who knows? Let's just try not to get caught in the middle.
What are those purple things? Yeah.
Hey there, sweetheart. You looking for some fun? I gotta say, that soldier getup looks real good on that body of yours. Why don't you sit your sweet little ass down beside old Harkin? Have a drink. See where this goes.
I'd rather drink a cup of acid after chewing on a razor blade.
You trying to hurt my feelings? You gotta do better than that. After 20 years with C-Sec, I've been called every name in the book, princess.
Call me princess again and you'll be picking your teeth up off the floor. Now tell me where Garrus is.
Okay, just relax. Garrus, you say? You must be one of Anderson's crew. Poor bastard still trying to bring Saren down, huh? I know where Garrus is, but you gotta tell me something first. Did the captain let you in on his big secret?
Just tell me where Garrus is before this gets ugly.
But it's all related, don't you see? The captain used to be a Spectre. Didn't know that, did you? It was all very hush-hush. The first human ever given that honor, and then he blew it. Screwed up his mission so bad they kicked him out. Of course, he blames Saren. Says the Turians set him up.
Why should I believe a drunk like you?
Fine, ask Anderson. I bet he tells you. He's too sly right to your face.
Just tell me where Garrus went.
Garrus was sniffing around Dr. Michelle's office. She runs the med clinic on the other side of the wards. Last I heard, he was going back there.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, good. Go. Let me drink in peace.
Alright, let's just walk around the Citadel, shotgun out. God, I need to get health regen so bad. I think Spectre training gives you health regen. Just like brace up against the door real quick.
Is that really? You're Commander Shepard, the hero of Eden Prime. I am
That's
so
me.
honored to meet you.
Who the hell are you?
Do I know you?
No, I'm just a fan. One of your biggest fans, actually. My name is Conrad. Conrad Werner. They say you killed more than 100 Geth on Eden Prime.
They say a lot of things. I was too busy.
Hey, I know you're probably busy, but do you have time for a quick autograph?
Here you go.
Thanks. I really appreciate it. My wife is going to be so impressed. I'll let you get back to work. But next time you're on Earth, I'd love to buy you a drink. Thanks again.
That's probably fine. I don't think anything bad will probably come of that. So. Da, 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 da.
I don't sell this model.
Look, I know it was you. I remember your face.
Really, that's impressive. Usually you humans can't tell one Turian from another.
This was the place. Now, are you gonna give me a refund or not?
Do you have your proof of purchase?
What? No, I don't think you ever gave me one.
I'm sorry, man. I can't help.
But what do you...
Can't help you.
Yeah, so that guy keeps trying to get his refund for like 2 games. And in Mass Effect 3, you can finally get him his refund. Which is a lot of setup.
Commander Shepard? Excuse me, Commander Shepard? I'm Emily Wong. I'm an investigative journalist working here on the Citadel. Could I have a moment of your time?
What do you need?
I've been hunting for evidence of corruption and organized crime on the Citadel, but there are places I can't go. I was hoping you might share anything you find during your own investigation. I can make it worth your time.
How do you know that my investigation is going to uncover anything you need?
You wouldn't be investigating if it weren't big. And if it's big, it's something I'd like to hear about.
You gotta have access to better sources. Why contact me?
I'm using every source I can find, but I think I've got a better shot with you. I read about the siege of Torfin, sending your men to their deaths, shooting slavers as they tried to surrender. I need someone who isn't afraid to get their hands dirty. Someone who'll do what needs to be done. That's you.
How do you know I'm investigating anything here on the Citadel?
I'm a good journalist, Commander Shepard. Word gets around.
No promises, but if I find anything relating to your case, I'll inform you.
Thank you, Commander. You won't regret it.
Let's see, there's a keeper up here, right? I think so. Ah, loading screen, no.
What? Everyone knows Fist isn't with the local criminals. I'm waiting for someone else.
Are you waiting for somebody to hack the machine? I'm pretty sure you're waiting for somebody to hack the machine. Oh, wow. So the gambling machine is actually a little side quest. Because you just have to know it's there and find it.
Sorry, I'm kind of busy right now. So, what can I do for you?
What were you discussing with the Volus?
Who, Doran? Oh, I was just asking him about my sister. See, she worked for Doran before she left to... Ugh, sorry. I don't want to bore you with my problems.
Oh my god.
Get to the point.
Well, okay. My sister Jenna left here to go work at Cora's Den. The problem is, she's working as an informant for CSEC. You know, eavesdropping on the people there. If they find out what she's doing, they'll kill her.
You can't stop her from making stupid mistakes.
This stupid mistake might cost her her life. I don't know. Sometimes I think she stays there just to spite me.
Do you know who her contact at CSEC is?
No, it's all very secret. Last time I asked an officer, he told me to stay out of it, for Jenna's safety.
Maybe I could help her understand just how dangerous Cora's Den is.
Would you? That'd be great. Just don't tell her I sent you. Well, I should get back to work before I get in trouble. Thanks.
Bouncer. The bouncer will actually kick you out if you cheat. Which is a whole other side quest that we don't have yet. Nice little loading screen, because of course there is. Little like side tunnel also has a keeper in it. And there's another like bizarre side tunnel up here that also has a keeper in it.
How you holding up, Lieutenant?
Not too bad. No headaches worth mentioning lately. Maybe I'm getting used to the strain.
Maybe you've just got a good stress release. I know that knocking the Geth on their synthetic asses gets rid of my headaches.
Hey, the load screens are way faster. Yeah, that one is like a weird spot. Yeah, this is also the...
Do you really think we'll find him down here?
He always stops in for a few games of Quasar before he makes his drop.
Fist is gonna be pissed if we take down his supplier.
That's the point. We want him angry.
Looks like whoever it was bounced the signal off a hidden relay. I'll trace the new signal.
Yeah, that signal's like all the way up in the Presidium. We're not going all the way after that right now.
So, Williams, you happy you signed on with Commander Shepard?
I'm not sure, Lieutenant. Every time I think I have a handle on things, the universe bank's hard to port.
Well, don't let anybody know. A big gun and a confident attitude will get you through a lot in life.
Interesting. So, like, it actually loads faster, as far as I can tell. So you can't just apparently skip the conversation? It's pretty cool.
Big place.
That your professional opinion, sir?
How can they keep tabs on all of this? Presidium may as well be on another planet.
There is definitely a gap between their presentation and what's here. Tracking arrivals must be a nightmare.
This makes Jump Zero look like a porta-john, and it's the largest deep space station the Alliance has.
Jump Zero is big, but this is a whole nother scale. Look at the ward arms. How do they keep all that mass from flying apart?
No wonder the Council treats us like outsiders. We'd be just another drop in a bucket they already can't carry.
They must figure us for one more gang of F&Gs looking for a handout.
I doubt it's personal. It's gotta be a balancing act, like every other government.
Why not? We've got oceans, beautiful women, this emotion called love. According to the old vids, we have everything they want.
When you put it that way, there's no reason they wouldn't like you. I mean, us, humans.
You don't take much shore leave, do you, LT?
Alright, laugh it up, Chief. I appreciate the thought, Alenka, but we're on duty here.
I'll walk drag, ma'am.
Whoa, what we got? Is there anything back here? Oh, there's some stuff down in... There is some stuff down in CSEC. In fact, there's a lot of stuff down in CSEC. Scan the keeper real quick. Get a shotgun out. Oh, hey.
Didn't tell anyone, I
It's a
swear.
useful point to autosave.
Now, if Garrus comes around, you stay smart. Keep your mouth shut or we'll... Who are you?
Let her go.
Noticing. Like, that it's always bothered me about this scene. Like, they notice as soon as Shepard walks in the door. But, like, somehow they don't see Garrus at all. Where the hell did this other guy go? Hi. There's a lot of damage from that. That's not particularly good. These shotguns feel like they fire slugs. Just putting that out there.
Perfect timing, Shepard.
Like, it doesn't
Gave
feel
me
like
a clear
there's
shot
any
against
spread to
Bastards.
these things. Nice
You took
shot.
him down clean.
Sometimes you get lucky. Dr. Michelle,
You hurt?
Sometimes you get lucky. I love it.
No, I'm okay. Thanks
Like,
to you.
wait,
All of
wait,
you.
wait, wait. You didn't plan that?
Why were they threatening you?
Just
Who
take
they
your
work
shot. What if the hostage
They
gets
work
killed?
for
Eh,
Fist.
happens.
They wanted to shut me up, keep
Omelet,
me from telling
eggs, all that
Garrus
good
about the
stuff.
Quarian.
What Quarian?
A few days ago, a Quarian came by my office.
But I'm still
She'd
like,
been
they
shot,
instantly
but
notice
she
you when
wouldn't
you
tell me
walk
who
in the
did.
door. But
I could
somehow
tell she was
Garrus
scared,
is in
probably
like
on the run.
that weird
She asked
position.
me
They
about the
never
Shadow
saw it.
Broker.
Like
She
this thing
wanted
is the
to
size
trade
of
information
a
in
broom
exchange for a
closet.
safe place to hide.
Where is she now?
I put her in contact with Fist. He's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
Not anymore. Now he works for Saren. And the Shadow Broker isn't too happy about it.
Fist betrayed the Shadow Broker? That's stupid even for him. Saren must have made him quite the offer.
That Quarian must have something Saren wants. Something worth crossing the Shadow Broker to get.
She must have something that proves he's a traitor. Did the Quarian mention anything about Saren or the Geth?
She did. The information she was going to trade. She said it had something to do with the Geth.
She must be able to link Saren to the Geth. There is no way the Council can ignore this.
This is your lead, Garrus.
This is your show, Shepard. But I want to bring Saren down as much as you.
It sounded like you had a
coming
more
with you.
solid lead. Now you're like, haha, the Quarian might have something. Sure, why
Welcome
not?
aboard, Garrus.
You know, we aren't the only ones going after Fist. The Shadow Broker hired a Krogan bounty hunter named Rex to take him out.
Yeah, we saw him in the bar.
Krogan might come in handy.
Last I heard, he was at the CSEC Academy.
What's he doing there?
Fist accused him of making threats. We brought real talk. If you hurry, you can catch him at the Academy before he leaves.
Move out.
Okay, so... Oh. Alright. So we're actually doing random squad each time. Well, random squad mate plus Garrus. Just get random XP just for walking around. Seems fine. I've never figured out what the hell that thing is supposed to be. It's like an extranet terminal. You can talk to this guy, and it's the most useless conversation ever. It does literally nothing. Oh wait, we have Turian armor, don't we? Oh yeah, we can also level him up. Well, at least he has decryption. There's that. Dampening is not the greatest. First aid is not the greatest. None of these abilities are the greatest. Alright, at least tack armor will give a shield boost. So maybe it won't completely suck. This increases the amount of health first aid restores. Don't really care that much. Unlocks electronics. Does electronics give you extra shield? Yeah, it increases your shields and vehicle repair. Try to go into electronics to make sure we're like... Oh yeah, he has a... Yeah, his helmets are weird. Alright, cool. Is there any chance we actually have something that isn't complete crap for Garrus? Probably not. So we got medium Armaturian, and it's the Liberator. It's not very good. Alright. Okay, well... Okay. Let's go down to CSEC.
In light of the prime, many colonial investors
Yeah, it's kind of a weird way it does
for
this.
future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
Welcome to CSEC. What? I like how examining it just reveals welcome to CSEC. Like, thanks. We probably don't even have Spectre weapons. Like, that just occurred to me. That we almost certainly do not have Spectre weapons. Where does this go? That goes to docking bay. Let's go to the docking bay real quick.
Excavation team has run into an unexpected
Because there is
problem
legit a
after
keeper up here.
unearthing a Prothean dig site.
Because of course there
Hanar
is. It's
protesters
kind of like a
have
dick
blockaded
move,
the
but
dig site, claiming that artifacts of the Enkindlers, as the Hanar call them, should not be disturbed. The excavation team has appealed to Hanar representatives on the Citadel to reach a diplomatic solution.
Hey, look, a keeper. Way the hell up here. It always struck me that's like a weird place to shove a keeper.
Fighting a rogue Spectre with countless lives at stake and no regulations to get in the way, I'd say that beats CSEC.
True enough. I'd rather be fighting than trust it to somebody else.
Alright, look up. What's up, Rex?
Witnesses saw you making threats in Fist's bar. Stay away from him.
I don't take orders.
This is your only warning, Rex.
You should warn Fist. I will kill him.
I love Rex.
You want me to arrest you?
I want you to try.
Go on. Get out of here.
Do I know you, human?
I'm going after Fist. I don't want you getting in my way.
Now I recognize you. Commander Shepard from the Alliance. Heard a lot about you. We're both warriors, Shepard.
Seems weird.
Out of respect, I'll give you a fair warning. I'm going to kill Fist.
Fist knows you're coming. We'll have a better chance if we all work together.
My people have a saying. Seek the enemy of your enemy, and you will find a friend.
I think we're gonna get along just fine, Rex.
Let's go. I hate to keep Fist waiting.
So this was... Yeah, it was Garrus and Rex for this part, alright. Rolling a dice. Alright, so... Ooh. Alright, what do we got for Rex? Takes a while for him to get throw. Combat armor, it takes a while for him to get fitness as well. That's all I want to do. And we don't. Something called Battlemaster. And we do want to start putting in fitness because we want to get immunity as fast as possible. Because that ability is amazing. Yeah, there was totally way the hell up here.
Okay, Julie. Let me get this straight. Your business partner, sure. He's threatening you.
Yeah, you got all these like... What is this room? That's what I've always like wondered. It seems to serve basically no purpose. I would just take some weapons out of this locker too. You guys don't need that, right? I mean, apparently not. CSEC is just like chilling. We're just up in like air traffic control. Imagine if you just walk into the air traffic control tower and just like steal shit. It'd be amazing. What is going on? Oh yeah, this
Hey
is...
there! Oh, you're not CSEC, are you? Did you want something?
I think I'll be going.
Oh, alright then.
Wait. That was not...
Oh, it's you again. They still won't believe me, you know. Nobody believes me.
What won't anybody believe?
My colleague is trying to kill me. And I thought we were friends.
You know he wants you dead.
I thought we were friends.
He's changed. He won't talk to me at work anymore, and he started following me. Yesterday, he followed me all the way home, just waiting for a chance. I don't care what anyone thinks. He wants me gone. I know it.
Is there something I can do? Talk to your friend, maybe?
Would you? That's all I want. Someone to talk to him. Tell him to leave me alone.
That's it?
He thinks he can just push me around, but you'll show him, won't you?
Sure.
Just tell me where he is and I'll go find him.
Oh, right. Well, he wanted to meet with me down in the wards near the markets. He said he just wanted to talk, but I know better. His name's Shorban. He's a Solarian. You shouldn't have any trouble. He's just a scientist.
Shorban. That's the guy who wanted us to scam the Keepers.
The Keepers? Well, even more reason to go after him. That's against regulations.
If I find out he's lied to me...
Anything's possible with Shorban these days. Well, good luck.
Oh, this side quest is useless but moderately amusing. Okay, so we should just fast travel straight to Cora's Den. You have arrived at Cora's Den. A gentleman's club in the wards. Oh, we're still low on hit points. Oh, this is gonna be ass. Okay, that's not working. Okay, shoddy. I just shove him off that? Yes, I can. And that did kill him. Awesome. Shield. Oh, hey. Oh, that's a Kroga. Oh, not the one you want. Work? Now he's regenerating on the ground. And like, I know, like, I believe it technically does have a pellet spread, but it legit feels like I am firing slugs with this shotgun. And that piece of cover just straight up doesn't work. Alright, cool. Like, if I do not have this directly on somebody, it doesn't feel like it does work.
Stop right there. Don't come any closer.
Warehouse workers. All the real guards must be dead.
Stay back, or we'll shoot.
I just killed 50 bodyguards here. What do you think I'll do to you?
Screw Fist. He doesn't pay us enough for this.
It would have been quicker to just kill them.
Shooting people isn't always the answer.
Look out!
Time to die.
Go, go, go!
Enemies everywhere. Kind of aren't, but that's fine.
Wait! Don't kill me, I surrender!
Tell me where the Quarian is, and I won't have to shoot you in the kneecaps.
She's not here. I don't know where
Kneecap.
she is. That's the truth.
He's no use to you now. Let me kill him.
Wait. I don't know where the Quarian is, but I know where you can find her.
Isn't that the
Quarian
same
Engineer said
thing?
she'd only deal with the Shadow Broker himself.
Face to face? Impossible. Even I was hired through an agent.
Nobody meets the Shadow Broker, ever. Even I don't know his true identity. But she didn't know that. I told her I'd set a meeting up. But when she shows up, it'll be Saren's men waiting for her.
Tell me where that meeting is before I blow your lying head off.
Here on the wards, the back alley by the markets. She's supposed to meet them right now. You can make it if you hurry.
What are you doing?
The Shadow Broker paid me to kill him. I don't leave jobs half done.
A lot of people died because of him. He had it. Let's move. We have to save that Quarian.
Just very casual, whatever. Get to the Quarian before it's too late. What's there? Yes, there's that. If memory serves, you actually have a ton of time to get to the Quarian. Like, even on high difficulties. I love taking cover behind a table that has no way that it can possibly block a shot. Like, I want to see the decision-making process of, like, the person that's like, that table, I can totally just hide behind it. Yeah, this thing just feels like a slug. Like, the spread is so unbelievably tight and has so few pellets that it just feels like a slug rather than a normal shotgun. At least does a lot of damage, so there's that. Yeah, we have like 2 minutes left and we asked around a little.
Did you bring it?
There's like
Where's the Shadow Broker?
tons of time.
Where's Fist?
They'll be here. Where's the evidence?
No way. The deal's off.
Okay, so let's see if we can avoid sucking. Ow! Jesus, that was a lot of damage.
Powering up.
Ah, you're warped. What can you possibly do about that? Weapons delivery did. I forgot how much fun that mechanic is. I think this guy has a shotgun, but I can't quite remember.
Just set me up.
There we got him.
I knew I couldn't trust him.
Oh, there's a grenade right next to us.
Saren is working with the Geth. Hand
Is
it
that a
over.
grenade or is that a tech
Not
mine?
so
I
fast.
think it's a tech
Who
mine,
are
actually.
you?
I
There's
don't
someone
have
who's
time
safe
for
for this.
questions. I need the evidence you have against Saren.
I guess I owe you. But not out here in the open. We need to go somewhere safe.
We could take her to the human embassy. Your ambassador will want to see this anyway.
You're not making my life easy, Shepard. Firefights in the wards and all-out assault on Korra's den. Do you know how many... Who's this?
How did you
Quarian?
not notice
What are you
her?
up to, Shepard?
She was standing here the whole time while
This
you were
Quarian can help
ranting.
us
Then
bring
you're
down
like, wait a
Saren.
minute.
I
Just
would've
realized
told
there's
you that
somebody
if
I
you hadn't
have
jumped down
literally
my
no idea
throat.
who they are.
I apologize, Commander. This whole
you
thing
not
with
notice
Saren
that
has me a
right
bit on
away?
edge. Maybe we should just start at the beginning, Miss...
My name is Tali. Tali Zora Naraya.
We don't see many Quarians here. Why did you leave the flotilla?
I was on my pilgrimage. My rite of passage into adulthood.
I've never heard of this before.
Tell
It
me
is a
about your
tradition
entire
among my
society.
people. When we reach maturity, we leave the ships of our parents and our
Of
people
course,
behind.
why would I not tell you about my entire society?
Alone, we search the stars, only returning to the flotilla once we have
I mean,
discovered
that's something
of
natural as a
value.
drop of a hat.
In this way, we prove ourselves worthy of adulthood.
Where's the proof you promised?
During my travels, I began hearing reports of Geth. Since they drove my people into exile, the Geth have never ventured beyond the Veil. I was curious. I tracked a patrol of Geth to an uncharted world. I waited for one to become separated from its unit. Then I disabled it and removed its memory core.
I thought the Geth fried their memory cores when they died. Some kind of defense mechanism.
Shut up.
What did you find out?
Most of the core was wiped clean, but I salvaged
See?
something from its audio banks.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
I find it incredulous
That's Saren's voice. This proves he was
that
involved in the attack.
this is what you recover.
Saren won't get out of this one.
Wait, there's more. Saren wasn't working alone.
Wait, is this data in every Geth? Are they,
Eden Prime was a major victory.
or is this Geth platform just?
Brought us one
Did
step
it just
closer
happen to be like
finding the conduit.
listening to this entire conversation and then she
And
captured
one
it
step closer.
and didn't wipe this one segment?
I don't recognize that other voice, the one talking about Reapers.
I feel like I've heard that name before.
Well, how about those
According to
responses
the
are
memory
basically
core, the
identical.
Reapers were a hyper-advanced machine race that existed 50,000 years ago. The Reapers hunted the Protheans to total extinction. At least, that's what the Geth believe.
Sounds a little far-fetched.
The vision on Eden Prime.
Actually, is pretty
I
far-fetched.
understand it now. I saw the Protheans being wiped out by the Reapers.
The Geth revere the Reapers as gods, the pinnacle of non-organic life. And they believe Saren knows how to bring the Reapers back.
The Council is just going to love this.
They won't believe you anyway.
Let's just not tell them. That seems like a great
We
idea.
have to tell them. Even if they don't believe anything else, this proves Saren is a traitor.
The Captain's right. We need to present this to the Council right away.
What about her? The Quarian?
My name is Tali. You saw me in the alley, Commander. You know what I can do. Let me come with you.
You're
I
not
think
ready
this
for
is more than you can handle.
She's already survived a run-in with the Geth Shepherd, and we need all the help we can get. Take her with you. Anderson and I will go ahead to get things ready with the Council. Take a few minutes to collect yourself, then meet us in the tower.
Alright. Oh. I forgot the accept squad button. This is different. Alright. Okay, yay, we got equipment. Oh my god. Oh, I forgot it does this. It just dumps a bunch of equipment in your inventory. Switch R2. Sure, let's get a nice beefy shotgun. Why not? Transfer crates. I don't think there's any useful ones. A weapon, that's what we want. Oh, chemical rounds, toxic damage is actually useful. We actually want weapon force. What is this? Wow, literally both useless. Love it, love every part of that. Alright, probably 0 chance we actually have good armor. Okay. Garrus, we do not have a good assault rifle for you. Rex, we also do not have a good assault rifle for you. So, that's kind of it. Love it. So we unlock lift, and we get advanced throw. That's what we want. Alright. Why is Vanguard so useless? Assault training. We don't really need higher levels of adrenaline burst. Damage with assault and sniper rifles, accuracy with all weapons. That is not what you need, sir. Especially because you're about to be our support character. Alright. And Rex. Like, health regen, melee damage, and physics resistance are not bad. But what we really want is immunity. And we also really want throw. And we want to upgrade combat armor to the point where we can equip heavy armors. Although, like, it's a complete crapshoot in this game. Whether or not you will actually find heavy armor. I'm just gonna hack a terminal. Like, I'm just gonna hack a terminal that it's in Udina's office. That seems like a great plan. Hey, there he is. That's the one that will randomly disappear. And it's really annoying.
Excuse me, Commander Shepard. Could you spare a moment of your time?
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
Randomly read all of these terminals as we're walking by. Seems fine. That's not the right one. The store. Ah, hello, C-Sec dude. We just completely ignore you and hack this terminal over here. Why are you hacking terminals in my office? Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Don't believe the rumors.
The bartender has a weird amount of dialogue for somebody who's basically meaningless. There's one thing I will universally say about this. That you can tell parts of the game they distinctly had you can tell parts of the game they just had a lot more time to work on it than others, because you get like weird shit like that where nothing characters have ridiculous amounts of
Uvina's
dialogue.
presenting the Quarians' evidence to the council.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
You wanted proof? There it is.
This evidence is irrefutable, Ambassador. Saren will be stripped of his Spectre status, and all efforts will be made to bring him in to answer for his crimes.
I recognize the other voice, the one speaking with Saren. Matriarch Benezia.
Another traitor!
Matriarch Benezia is a powerful biotic, and she had many followers. She will make a formidable ally for Saren.
I'm more interested in the Reapers. What do you know about them?
Only what was extracted from the Geth's memory core. The Reapers were an ancient race of machines that wiped out the Protheans. Then they vanished.
The Geth believe the Reapers are gods, and Saren is the prophet for their return.
We think the conduit is the key to bringing them back. Saren's searching for it. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Do we even know what this conduit is?
Saren thinks it can bring back the Reapers. That's bad enough.
Listen to what you're saying. Saren wants to bring back the machines that wiped out all life in the galaxy? Impossible. It has to be. Where did the Reapers go? Why did they vanish? How come we found no trace of their existence? If they were real, we'd have found something.
I tried to warn you
I
about
mean, he actually
Saren,
has a
you
pretty
refused to
valid
face the
point.
truth. Don't make the same mistake again.
This is different. You proved Saren betrayed
If they
the
were
council.
real, we would have
all
found
agree he's
something.
using
It's
the
like,
Geth to search for the conduit.
yeah,
but we don't really know
probably.
why.
The Reapers are obviously just a myth, Commander. A convenient lie to cover Saren's true purpose. A legend he is using to bend the Geth to his will.
50,000 years ago, the Reapers wiped out all galactic civilization. If Saren finds the conduit, it will happen again.
Saren is a rogue agent on the run for his life. He no longer has the rights or resources of a Spectre. The Council has stripped him of his position.
That is not good enough. You know he's hiding somewhere in the Traverse. Send your fleet in!
A fleet cannot track down one man.
A Citadel fleet could secure the entire region. Keep the Geth from
That's where
attacking
we get
any
the
more of our
ominous
colonies.
foreshadowing from
Or it
Jenkins.
could trigger a war with the Terminus systems. We won't be dragged into a galactic confrontation over a few dozen human colonies.
Every time humanity asks for help, you
Shepard's right. I'm sick of this council and its anti-human bull.
Ambassador, there is another solution. A way to stop Saren that does not require fleets or armies.
Can't believe they actually edited
No,
that.
it's too soon. Humanity
It's
is
probably
not
'cause
ready
this
for
is the first in the
responsibilities
series, so
that
it's
come
like-
with joining the Spectres.
It was a
Profanities
Turian
are,
Spectre who betrayed this council, and it was a human who exposed him. I have earned this.
Commander Shepard, step forward.
Swelling orchestral soundtrack. That's one thing I do like about this game is the
It is the decision of the Council that you be granted all the powers and privileges of the Special Tactics and Reconnaissance branch of the
they establish that the Spectres are absolute badasses.
Individuals forged in the fire of service and battle.
And
those whose actions elevate them
It's kind of
above
organic
the
to the
rank
story that like the Spectre
Spectres
is
are
a
an
big
ideal,
deal.
a symbol, the
And
embodiment
they do
of
that all
courage,
before you actually
determination,
get to be a Spectre.
self-reliance. They are the right hand of
This
the
is one of the big
Council.
areas where
Instruments
Andromeda fell flat because there's no reason
Spectres
why
bear
a
great
Pathfinder
burden.
was anything
They are
significant.
protectors of galactic
So they're like,
peace.
oh yeah, you're a
Both our
Pathfinder,
first
and you're
and
like,
last line of
great?
defense.
Like, but
Safety
who
of the
cares?
galaxy is theirs to uphold.
You are the first human Spectre, Commander. This is a great accomplishment for you and your entire
Yeah,
species.
about time. Just
I've been ready for this since Eden Prime.
We're sending you into the
relentless
Traverse
dick
after
from the
Saren.
beginning.
He's a fugitive from justice, so you are authorized to use any means necessary to apprehend or eliminate him.
I'll find him.
This meeting of the council
Just
is
don't even
adjourned.
ask for leads, just I'll get him. Like, are you actually gonna go find him? I feel like you're gonna just shoot people. Shepard's like, yeah, probably.
Commander.
We've
seems
got
reasonable.
a lot of work to do, Shepard. You're going to need a ship, a crew, supplies.
You'll get access to special equipment and training now. You should go down to the C-Sector Requisitions Officer.
Anderson, come with me. I'll need your help to set all this up.
Bastard didn't even thank you.
What do you expect from a politician? Come on.
Right behind you, Shepard.
Spectre training unlocked. F yeah. The Spectre training is actually good. Unlike Vanguard training. Damage and duration of all your powers and attacks, increases health, increases max activity. This doesn't add regen! How does none of this add regen? Oh, kill me. Oh my god, my soul hurts. I forgot how hard it was to get regen in this game. This is gonna be annoying. Alright. So, we don't really care about getting advanced adrenaline burst, so we're probably just gonna go straight up tack armor. It is definitely relevant, so that's probably good, as is throw. Turns out, a lot of the enemies we want to lift or throw are very heavy. This is basically useless, like biotic protection and pistol and shotgun damage. That is not what we want. I believe one of the spec classes, though, does help in areas that could be beneficial, but who knows. And of course, like... I hate that we have to go all the way up here to unlock shotguns as a talent. That is really annoying. And then we have to go all the way up here to get Carnage. That's pretty awful. Barrier is not the greatest. Tactical armor does get a shield boost. So we could do shield boost and barrier. Try to get damage protection. Anyway, we're just kind of looking at our options for builds. It's so frustrating how hard it is to get regen. We're probably gonna have to do an upgrade for that or something. Like maybe an armor upgrade, or just use Phoenix armor, which is useless for everything but regen. That is literally the only thing it does. What's the health? 68. So we have 141 health. Doesn't Garrus also have 141 health? He's absolutely frail like I am. Awesome. So, seems like a good stopping point. Just waving our pistol around the Citadel. So we'll go ahead and save. And call it a night. And thank you for watching.